Hello, this is Star Wars Master. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be discussing how to best perform using the hero Bossk in Battlefront II. So let's dive straight into it. Bossk is a villain in Battlefront II with a base health of 600. While this is on the lower end of the spectrum for heroes, he is unique in the fact that he can regain all of his health without getting kills, which makes him a great choice for long kill streaks. Bossk is equipped with a Relby V10 blaster rifle. It can be both hip-fired for faster firing but lower damage, and scoped in to be a sniper rifle. This makes Bossk both a close and long-range hero depending on your playstyle. While hip-firing, Bossk's gun deals around 48 damage from a range, but up close it deals around 126. So clearly, if you hip-fire, you need to get up close and personal. But what about scoping in his gun to be a sniper? A scoped-in shot deals 156 damage with a body shot, and 296 damage with a headshot. So with precision and accuracy, Bossk can absolutely destroy enemy heroes. Bossk also has 3 abilities: Dioxis Grenade, Predator Instincts, and Proximity Mines. So Bossk's Dioxis Grenade is basically a gas bomb that emits toxic fumes. Players in these fumes will definitely lose quite a bit of health. In fact, Bossk's base Dioxis Grenade can deal upwards of 118 damage to an enemy. Pro tip here, his Dioxis Grenade can go through walls, so it's incredibly great at forcing teams out of cover. Bossk's Predator Instincts give Bossk Trandoshan Heat Vision, allowing him to see through walls. Also during this ability, Bossk will modify his gun into a grenade launcher. Each grenade hitting an enemy will do around 80 damage, so this ability can really shred through heroes. Bossk's last ability is Proximity Mines. Without using star cards, Bossk will throw down 3 mines. Each mine will detonate shortly after an enemy walks through it. Each mine does around 75 damage to an enemy after it goes off. As you can see, Bossk has 3 great abilities, but what makes Bossk such a great hero are actually his star cards. His star cards adjust his abilities to become even better than they already are. So let's review the star cards I use for Bossk. The first star card I use is called Trap Arming Speed. This star card makes it so that when you place your mines down, they will activate 60% quicker, meaning you can throw your mines onto a wave of enemies and it will probably explode right when it hits them. The next star card I use is called Multi-Traps. Multi-Traps throws out 2 additional proximity mines, which means you actually have 5 mines thrown out, which is a ton of damage done to enemies if they all walk through it. Not only does it give you 2 extra mines, but it also increases the detonation area of the mines, so the mines can activate from further away. The last star card I use is called Ultimate Predator, and basically what it does is it extends the duration of Predator Instincts with every kill you get during the ability. Fully upgraded, this card can grant you 30% extra time with each kill. Now this card is great for the bigger game modes like Galactic Assault and Supremacy. Speaking of game modes, part of the reason why I like Bossk so much is because he's great on all game modes, from big to small. So let's discuss how to use Bossk in Capital Supremacy and Galactic Assault. In the bigger game modes like Supremacy and Galactic Assault, you will be taking on multiple enemies at once, so it's important to always check your radar. This is because you could turn a corner and come across 8 enemies at once, and you're going to have to be prepared to use your abilities. The thing about Bossk is you can't rely on his gun to take out multiple enemies at once. This is because his gun doesn't shoot fast enough, and it doesn't do enough damage. You're going to have to rely on abilities like Dioxis and Mines to take out large groups of people. Maybe even Predator Instincts if you have to. I prefer to save Predator Instincts for heroes. This is because not only does it deal a lot of damage, but it also goes through lightsaber blocks, so all heroes will be affected by it. Most of the time when I hit people with Predator Instincts, they run away because they don't want to lose large chunks of health. Check your radar, because enemy heroes will always be on the radar as a big red dot, so you can never be too caught off guard by them. Bossk doesn't have a lot of health, so it's important to remember if you do get caught off guard by a hero, you can always run away. And if you do get chased down by this hero while you're running away, you can always place down mines in front of you and keep running through them, in hopes that the enemy hero won't see the mines and they'll run straight through them, losing huge chunks of health. This is why it's important to have Trap Arming Speed and Multi-Traps, because the traps will arm right away, and then the multi-traps will deal extra damage to the hero. Of course, Predator Instincts will also be helpful in this fight, especially a lightsaber hero. Rolling and jumping is also great because Bossk's jump is a little higher than a normal soldier, and his roll is very great at evading lightsaber swings. In the bigger game modes, there are gonna be vehicles in play, so it's important to keep your distance from these. Bossk doesn't have anything to counter them with, and he doesn't really stand much of a chance either. Like most heroes, if you see a vehicle, just stay away from them. It's not worth trying to fight them, because you're probably not going to win. Bossk is great on all the maps, especially Hoth and Naboo. My favorite map to play him on is Naboo. This is because in the second and third phase, he can rack in a ton of eliminations, especially if you use your Dioxys grenade to your advantage. Your Dioxys grenade can go through the walls. That's very important to remember, because in the third phase, if you sit on the stairs and throw your Dioxys grenade against the doors, you can hit lots of people. Now during this phase, it's also important to keep the mines in front of you if you're sitting on the stairs as Bossk. This is because if an enemy hero does come at you, they'll run through your grenades and most likely just kind of run away from you. But yeah, that's definitely the best phase for Bossk, and that's where I usually play him the most. You can rack in a bunch of eliminations, and you're pretty much impossible to kill if you're being smart and looking at your radar. For the smaller game modes like Hero Showdown and Heroes vs. Villains, I still use the same star cards, but I do play it a little differently than I would for the larger game modes. For the smaller game mode, the most important ability you have is your mines. Now you want to place your mines in front of you or near you and make sure they're all clumped together and not spread out. What you want to do is snipe and use your Dioxys to lure in enemies, and then when they come in, lure them into your mines so they take a lot of damage, and then use your Predator Instincts to finish them off. It's especially helpful to stick near another hero that's staying back with you, maybe like a Phasma, so then you can stick with her turret as well. As always, if a hero manages to get too up close to you and they're doing damage, roll, jump, just keep moving so they can't do too much damage, especially if it's a lightsaber hero and they're swinging a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment on who your favorite Battlefront hero is and why, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.